Good afternoon, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. We played this in the first half and we kind of built this, our first colony. So we'll see how we get on. We're about to approach midsummer now, so it will get pretty warm. It's already 28 Celsius. And as we approach winter, we'll probably die. I've told those stockpiles to disappear. I want to build shelves there, and I've just literally sketched that out there. I'm not sure that to grow things here or tame things here. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I've just been doing that. That's all I've done. I'm still worried about these animals. I don't know what they're doing. There's aggressive animals, but they seem to be just... Well, he's attacking his dead friend, apparently. Who knows what's happening here? Oh, hang on. No. Animal attack. Why do they stand outside and shoot? I don't get this. Target practice. Amazing. Sensei Johnny, thank you for 20 months. Will I buff out or will I go boom? Lol. J10, thank you for 46. Oh, here comes one. Here comes one. They're moving in. There they come. Right, Ken. You need to draft. And you can get inside. Nova, where are you? You can draft. You can get inside as well. What's Raka doing? Raka has got a spear. You go here. I'm assuming they're going to come around this way. I'm not sure yet. They might just be running after Ken right now. Yeah, I think they're gonna move around now. Yeah, okay, so we'll send them down here. Assume they're gonna come through our little trap. We'll put these two on guard. Oh no, you appear to be trapped. Let us help you out of your trap. Hang on. Somehow they've closed the gate. What is he doing? Right, would you like to stabby stabby? Destroyed a pole fence. He broke through. Go and stab him. Is that all of them? Yeah, butcher. Well, that's some free food. Damage structures 4, destroyed fence pole, that's fine. 2 people got injured. Superficial bite, bitten off flesh. Undraft, that's Nova. Who's the other one who got injured? Is it Raka? That'll be fine. Let's go for defense. Fence will put that back. Well, the traps work reasonably well. But not fantastically, because what happens is they path this way and then they all stay on the inside line, so they go through those and ignore these. And if you stand them here, they weren't that effective because the range of the gun's only about here. So, kind of need some flamethrowers or something else at some point, but we can't really build it right now. Anyway, we repelled the attack, that's the main thing. Damage structures. Okay, can we repair this stuff? Repair, there we go. Anyway, free meat for the stew. I think you have to do like in RimWorld with its traps. The bugs only walk on one side. That's what I just said. They all came up that side. They ignored those, apart from the big one. How much meat's in that? Anyway, they all seem to be in good condition. Lutonite, thank you for 8 months. And Thy Night Owl, thank you for 34. And Newman says, I've been enjoying Dear Valley videos, hoping to start playing the game myself soon. It's about to... When does it go up in price? Was it yesterday? I know it goes up in price shortly. But then the big release comes out end of June. But yeah, the new release coming end of June just honestly visually transforms the game. I've cleared this area because I'm kind of thinking of, you know, doing something with the storage over here. We're a little bit hemmed in here, which I don't like. Kind of like to put that over here if possible. Assume we can build on that. It's otherwise dead space. If we keep empty, get that moved there. Actually, I don't think we need to hunt that. Forget that. It's a waste of time. We got enough food. Okay, this is good. We have our new fencing. They're yet to be built. These traps have been reset. Why is that still purple? Is that purple for a reason? Cool. Now the thing is, like, we can grow a load of crop before winter. The problem is, we can't refrigerate it. We have no way of freezing things, controlling the temperature. It will get cold, so that might do it. But looking at, for example, some buttermelon, if we keep that outside, it will keep for a month. But if it's refrigerated, it will be nearly 2 months. If it's frozen, indefinite. And I don't know how cold it gets in winter. So maybe the temperature outside is cold enough that it virtually keeps that going through winter, in which case we can carry on making like soups with it and stuff. Well, we're learning how to pickle. That's on our research queue next. But I don't know what... Annoyingly, I can't see information about... You see that purple jar? There's no kind of encyclopedia in the game, so I can't hover over that pickle jar and see what stats it has. I almost have to research it, then make one, and then hover over it, which is a bit weird. I really would like to be taming some animals. What is that? I knew I was going to sneeze then. That looks like it might have some decent hide on it. That could well be worth taming. Whoa. That's cool. Let's see where he goes. We'll keep our eye on him. It looks like he's on his own as well. I think it's Lara who normally does this. Whoa, Nova's happiness is not good. None of them are. They're all a bit... Well, Raka has a gloomy personality, but Nova's happiness is really low. Right, you go and do that. What is wrong with Nova? Few fun things to do. I mean, looking at all these positives, you've been playing darts, had a pleasant walk, and you're complaining about few fun things to do, and your happiness is really low. I don't get it. Shouldn't that be a bit higher at this point? I think we should build separate living quarters. Just so that they get a better night's sleep. You can't, like, literally, it's too big. It's so big. That's annoying, actually. The game came out on the 25th of April. Gloomy personality, few fun things to do, disturbed sleep. So this keeps happening. Disturbed sleep, few fun things to do. Dude, I'm not your entertainer. You've got a dartboard. We need a punching pole. To get a punching pole, we need leather. To get leather, we need to observe this. Who was the other person that did all the observation for us? Raka. What's Raka doing? Right, you can get on with that. We can harvest this and make leather, I think. I don't know yet, Odin. I've heard that there's more people that you get later. I don't know how you get them. Yes and no, Zintails. Like, don't get too excited. There's things from RimWorld that have been blatantly copied in this game. Like, blatantly copied. And the most obvious one is that. Like, it's immediately obvious to any RimWorld player that that has been copied. There's also the thing where, you know, when you click on a workbench, you can give it a list of things to do, where you can say, do this many times until this. Like, that's clearly RimWorld. The happiness traits, the way things mood, people's mood goes up and down, the buffs and debuffs, RimWorld. Even down to the storyteller. The storyteller, you got to choose from 4 storytellers. One was balanced, one was throws difficult things at you but gives you time in between. Another one was chaos, and then there was one that seems to send bad things at night. So all that's RimWorld. Where it starts to differ, things like you have to observe stuff before you can use it. So you have to kind of go and observe things, learn about them, and then you can sort of bring them into your... Oh, well, I can plant these now. I understand them, and I understand what they're for. Same with the animals. There's no kind of... There's a tamed animals list, but there's no list of... Here's all the things that are wandering around that I could go and hunt. There's none of that. So I have to kind of go around and find things to hunt. The way healing works, pretty similar to RimWorld. Raka's at risk of a meltdown. Great. Combat, you can have a ranged weapon and a melee weapon equipped on a player, on a character, which you can't do in RimWorld. It's one or the other. But things like their skills, you know, pretty RimWorld-esque. It differs slightly in that there's no neutral, positive, double positive for any character. You've either got incapable or you've got indifferent, which means they don't get happy by doing it because they don't particularly like it, or they're interested, which is like an accelerated happiness thing. So there's slight variation on that. Obviously, the graphics, the 3D aspect, completely different. You've got your solar panels, batteries. You've then got things that are different, like you can have motion sensors. So you can put a motion sensor down, which watches a certain area, and when a threat comes into that area, it activates a signal, which you can select from like 10 different ones. Then via the power lines, that signal is propagated to whatever you want. So you could put a gun turret down that switched on when the motion sensor said on this certain channel there's a threat. So what that means is, like in RimWorld, you have power on a gun turret and it takes power all the time. In this game, you can put a motion sensor down to activate the turret when there's a threat and power down otherwise. You can also do things like, let me pause it a sec. You can also do things like, you can have solar panels that are charging batteries, and then you can have a sensor on the battery that says, well, when it gets down to 30%, or whatever you choose, activate this generator, and the generator will then produce power and power the battery back up. So there's things that are then different to RimWorld. It's not a complete copy, but it's not completely dissimilar. I suppose the main one, thank you Oblivious for the raid, by the way, welcome guys. I suppose the main one is, in RimWorld, it generates the map completely from scratch. This game, from my understanding, does not. There's only 2 or 3 different kinds of map. And so I've seen Steam reviews that say, you know, it's a great game, really enjoy it. However, after about 50 hours, kind of want a different map. So maybe that will come in the future. That's the best summary I can give you based on what I know right now. Also, there's no kind of big map. There's no big world. There's nowhere to kind of, you know, go and ally with tribes, as far as I can tell. And also, which I did find interesting, you know, in RimWorld, your objectives are fairly kind of fixed, aren't they? Like, kind of get off the planet. At the start of the game, you can choose different objectives. One of them was, like this one, you've crashed on a planet, get off the planet. Another one was you're sent to, like, a remote outpost, and you need to turn it into a profitable trading station and make galactic coins. Like, so there's, like, different end game goals that you can play on. So I don't know. It's interesting. Top 1 pack, thank you for 88 months. 7-6, thank you for 22. Glad you said about the Master 50 to buy or not to buy, the fixed maps put on hold. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, a lot of people, like, if you... This world, when I look around it, kind of reminds me of Satisfactory. The one thing that I don't like about Satisfactory is the fixed map. You know, which is why I prefer Factorio, because it generates a different map. It's a completely different challenge. I have to discover it. Whereas in Satisfactory, I look around and go, oh, I know where I am. Yeah, down there is a load of water, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, it takes away some aspect. And this game is like that. It's, well, here's the map, and you can learn the map. And it requires more maps to keep it going. Anyway, what did we do here? We've just researched veggie armor. That's because we discovered skin bark, which is this stuff. So now we know that this stuff here, we can craft veggie leather on a workbench, and that will. We can also make skin bark beds, which I think people will like. There's a little book here which says temperature tolerance, time to harvest 8 days. Requires farming 5. No failure at farming 5. What is our highest farming skill? 0, 5. Okay, so that's fine. Laura can actually... We can actually plant some of this stuff now. So if we say farming non-edible skin bark, and we could basically make a farm full of this stuff, specifically for making leather. And then the rest of this we could basically just harvest for now. And then we can make some clothes basically. Or a nice bed. A nice leather bed. Simbark, research veggie armor, so we can make armor as well. Pretty good. Ah, so that's called an ulfin. Taming of elephants is research. Elephant statue is a herbivore animal, easy to hunt down and butcher, probably yield a yacht of meat and skin, essential to survival. Maybe it could be domesticated and protected. I think so. I wonder if it has breeding in this game. Like, I'm okay capturing a male and a female and letting them breed, but I don't particularly want to capture, if I can even find it, wherever it went. I don't particularly want one of them. It was last seen around here, wasn't it? Yeah, I don't know where it's gone. It's wandered off. It's wandered off completely. It was on its own, which I found a bit strange. Because it kind of looked like a pack animal. I mean, it might just be having a nap in the afternoon. There it is. So the option to tame, the food for taming has not been discovered. That's interesting. So like in RimWorld, you can tame things, they can eat the grass, whereas this, we don't actually know what food it needs to eat, but we need to find it, which is interesting. So what does it? There you go. 10 of these. Looks like some kind of blueberry. So if we find... That looks like that, doesn't it? Is that on it, though? That little blue thing? Let's watch it for a second. It's clearly grazing on something, but I can't actually click it. There are bushes with blueberries on them. What's he eating then? There's an ore deposit here. Apparently. Yeah, we're going to need the berries just to tame it though, aren't we? But I can't find those berries anywhere. What's that? Is that it? A peculiar bush? Maybe that's it. Wow, Raka's harvest happiness is like stupid low. Hang on. Schedule. What time is it? 4 o'clock. Raka. Let's give him some more relaxing time maybe, just until he gets over it. Otherwise he's literally going to have a meltdown. She's harvesting that stuff. There's another one. And another one. There's a couple of them around here. Does it say? That's a male. There we go. Reproduction male. Mature, yes. Reproduction female, mature, yes. So if we can basically tame those two and put them in a pen, hopefully we'll end up with a good source of meat and leather. Yorovich, thank you for 81 months. The question remains, though, when they hit winter, will they automatically survive? It doesn't actually tell you what the temperature survival range is. Okay, right. It's crafting bench. No, not weapons. Crafting. Veggie leather. Right, so we could make it so that we've got some veggie leather kicking around, like 50 maybe. Animal fat. Ingredients, red meat. Output, animal fat. 10% chance to get poisoning. What? I don't know what we need the fats for yet. I'm thinking maybe making torches. Like lights and stuff. Which we don't actually have. Maybe we should. Yeah, there you go. Animal fat allows the oil wall lamp. Craft animal fats. I don't want to use too much meat on that. Currently researching tailoring, then we're doing pickling, then we're doing electric. They are all ready to harvest. Oh, wait a minute, what am I doing? She'll harvest it automatically. Yeah, it's fine. Right, his happiness has gone up, so maybe he just wasn't getting enough downtime. Maybe what we could do is... See, Lara's having a meltdown now. Yeah, okay, Lara, you don't need to do that one as well. Yeah, that was a fruit bush. Maybe even winemaking. Ooh. So we should get that harvested. Then we can tame that animal. And plant some more of it. $20-day time to harvest. Flipping heck. Zarak, thank you for 95 months. Mr. Kayla, thank you for 22. And Yurovich, thank you for 81. Glitter cap. Never seen mushrooms like this. They're quite poisonous, but most of the toxicity when they mature and start glowing. I think that they will make a decent substitute for vegetables if gathered and cooked when fully matured. However, They are still slightly poison if consumed raw. More importantly, it seems to have some medicinal properties and could be ground to bake simple healing balm. Okay. So we can eat it and we can make medicine from it. And we have some of it here. Wow, Laura's happiness is at like stupid percent. I don't know what Laura needs, like... I don't really know what's causing this massive mood swing. Tired and unrelaxed. I need to relax a bit. Okay. I think we've overworked her with very specific orders when she should have been sleeping. We sent her to do stuff. And that's tired her out. What if we, like, give them a break through the day? And then... try and get them to specifically go to sleep at 9 o'clock. Let's try that. You may notice with survivor specs you can turn off them being able to eat raw food. Yeah, I already did that. Yeah, I noticed that. It's a bit cheeky, the game, isn't it? But I did notice that. It was under one of these tabs. There you go. Raw food. I turned that off. It's like, you ain't eating raw food. Ain't no way. They're all on pretty low happiness right now. Upset Nova with their pessimism. Yeah, I only spotted it by accident. Research tailoring. Crafting. Healing balm. You should always have 10 of those. Okay, so we need a tailor bench for this. Let's get rid of this. To wait for that to disappear. Fertilize. Allow survivors to fertilize plants on the field. Interesting. Apparently scavenged a pair of boots. Yeah, you see, we've got all the kind of metal from the local area now. We're having to go out a bit more to get metal. About to rot away. Cooked emergency rations. Rip. You can turn the rotting food into fertilizer. How? I've been using the campfire to make stuff and not actually use the stove that I built. Racker is moving the dartboard. Tame animals and worms do the business, and you can use that as fertilizer. Yeah, we haven't got to that yet, but I'm just wondering how to use rotted veg. I don't know if they need chairs for workbenches. Like, the tutorial never told me to do it, and they don't seem to bother with not having them, so I've just kind of ignored it. At Rent House, I've only been playing it 5 hours. I can't really get to that point yet. D-Dog, thank you, 57. Can we move these shelves? Empty and deconstruct. So you can't move shelving as such. So that's one thing you can't move. Good to know. Why is he sat here and the table's over here? Brilliant. Yeah, we need to get them some better beds, and I want to get them separate sleeping areas, really, but building these shelters is like 30 metal, and we need 4 of them. Otherwise, they keep disturbing each other. See, why is Nova transporting stuff when she's clearly been told to go to sleep at 9 o'clock? Hang on, what's the schedule? Relax. What? 3 people are trying to sleep and she's out like pew-pewing targets. Unbelievable. And then just climbs over to, oh look, you disturbed their sleep. What a surprise. Just walks all over this person, gets into bed. Dear me. This needs to change. A shroom torch provides light while seeded with glitter caps. How is that a leisure activity? Sounds cool enough to have one. What's this? The field cannot exceed this length. Interesting. They now need to sleep between 21 and 2200. Why? Why do you say that? Like, this is saying go to sleep, and then this is saying do what you like. So, you can stay asleep if you want to. Yeah, probably sim games. I think I'll just make. I think I'll just make them new places to sleep. Hopefully they won't disturb each other. Wooden bed. Stone bed, a metal bed. And then we'll trash that and do the same here. That, I don't know if we need to have this or not. I don't know if we need to keep it now we've got a cooking thing. I guess we want to copy the recipes. Oh, you can't copy the oh, you can. No, you can't. Can you not copy the recipes? Quick recipes, tasty recipes, chef recipes. What is this? Remove re-accepts from fireplace and add them in the cooking stove. Remove what? Remove re-accepts from the fireplace. What's a re-accept? I think they mean refuel. Right, meat soup. Veggie soup. Probably use the buttermelon rather than the glitter cap. Here we go. But with this thing, I don't know if we need to have it near the... Like, do we need a campfire for any reason? In the tutorial, it had you putting one down in front of them because it had an effect. But I don't know if it does or not. So tops, hats, boots, pants, blimey. A warm coat, a light jacket. Cold tolerance, heat tolerance decreased 2 Celsius. Research pickling. Fermentation barrel. Scrap fermentation barrel, wooden fermentation barrel. Transforms grain into alcohol or antibiotics and vegetables into pickled vegetables. I mean, does this need to be under storage? I have no idea. Can this sit outside or does it need to be indoors? We can put some barrels, a couple of barrels here, I guess. Put a line of them there. Let's put 2 barrels down. We'll have weapons and medicines on that shelving unit there. It says in the description, heat when it's cold, heats up small area around. What, the fermentation barrel? Where does it say that? Musty, I think it was 16 months. Oh, the campfire, yeah. How do we assign this? Assign owner. Right, we'll give it to Raka. And we'll give that one to Lara. Well, they don't need a fire yet anyway. Right, so tops. So, if I read this correctly, heat tolerance decreased 4 Celsius. Does that mean if they wear that coat, it reduces their tolerance for heat by 4 Celsius? And it increases, so it basically makes them warmer, doesn't it? So what do you need to wear in order to reduce? Increases your heat tolerance by 3, so that you need to wear that in summer, don't you? That's what we're saying here. Because you're basically moving up the temperature range that they're okay with. So we probably need those given that we're in summer. So I think we need 4 of them. Assuming we have cloth. And then pants. Summer pants increases tolerance by 2. Summer shoes increases heat tolerance. So technically you should only need to make it until you have 1. We'll put it on 2. Ooh, that's pretty good. Increases heat tolerance by like 6 Celsius. That's massive. That'll really keep them cool. There you go. That's done in order of temperature cooling. Do you have cotton? We have some cloth. So we can get by and make some stuff. Why have these... You serious, game? So what we've planted is skin bark to make the leather stuff, fruit, and glitter cap. But we haven't... Non-edibles. We don't have a way of making like cotton as such at the moment. I don't even know what makes the cotton, I don't think. We haven't discovered it. There's cotton next to blueberries. What, the glitter cap? That makes buttermelon. That makes stuff for cooking and healing. That makes stuff for eating. That makes stuff for eating. So which one do you think is the cotton one? Yeah, obviously observe more plants, but that's what I'm saying. I haven't found the plant yet. There are other plants over here that we've not yet researched. That was one of them, which looks suspiciously like it might be cotton related. Laura's currently busy planting stuff. Maybe we can get him to observe these. No, she's busy planting. Test this reconstruction this structure with other materials. Uh-oh, we got a heat wave. We need to get some crafting done. We need those hats very quickly, I agree. Oh, she likes the decoration. That's good. That made her happy. Don't know why she's drowsy. Could be the heat. Appreciating shroom torch. They like these. They're like, yeah, I really like them. They're amazing. Okay, so what can we do with this then? Ferment. Pickle vegetables. Until... Maybe not... Oh, I don't know. I don't know how many we need. 100? Which I have no idea. It's 29 Celsius right now. And nobody's making summer hats. Assign to Nova, shared, can. This can go, this can go. This can go. Uh-oh. He's literally hiding in the bush. Having a meltdown. The thing is, I told him to observe the plant, but he's kind of taken it to the extreme. He's now crushingly unhappy. Like he's doing it to the point where he's about to have a breakdown. I want him to observe it, but I don't want him to kill himself doing it. Yeah, I don't know how much each barrel makes. I have no clue. They need moving. While Nova's sleeping, Raka comes in and just deconstructs everything around her. Oh, brilliant. It's like Raymond, if you order them to do something, they will do it to exclusion of anything else until they break. Yeah, I don't get that. Like, how are you supposed to tell them not to do that? Like, I want you to prioritize this, but I don't want you to, like, just do this until you die. Looks like he's cooking butternut. That's an amazing appreciation animation right there. Be good to tame some animals just to have some... Well, I suppose even in winter, if it gets desperate, we can just go out and hunt them. There's something wrong with this. Unless it's tainted because they hit it. Like the beetle coloured it purple. Not really sure who's supposed to put things in here. So Racker's researching. I think he should tailor first right now. Or should he? I don't know. Research is important too. Maybe Nova should do it. Let's get Nova doing it. It was a gate you built a fence in its place. The fence is still shown as the old and wrecked. Fixed it. Wonder what was going on. Hey, +9 comfy bed. That's what we want. Discovery, a big evergreen tree. See, now evergreen trees are going to be very useful. We've cleared all this out here, and they're the evergreen, and we could plant them technically. That Philip thing can handle a priority, what do you mean? I want to know what this is as well. Oh, Nova's tailoring. Now the question is, like in RimWorld, you've got outfits and stuff. I don't know what they're going to do in this. Like, how do we tell them to put certain things on? Unfinished item. You can assign clothing as same as a weapon. Yeah, but I don't want to manually assign them clothing. They're supposed to do this themselves. I like a block of cheese. What's that? Yeah, we've got 2 straw hats. So if we say to Raka, put on a straw hat, mate. We go to Nova, right, you put on a straw hat. So Nova's heat tolerance is currently 47 Celsius. That should go up by 6 because of the hat. There you go. It's now 53. The top's getting a bit worn out. It's pretty good. I don't know if we need summer things. I don't know how hot it's going to... We seem to like we're in the middle of summer and it's not really heat waving that much. Kind of thinking maybe cancel this and this for now. Start working on winter stuff instead. Lucky Shop, thank you for 41 months. Mr. D with 101 months. Thank you very much, sir. Alright, we've all got beds. That means we can assign that to Ken, I think. Ken, Lara, Raka, Nova. At least they can see what they're doing at night when they're eating. Look at that. No more disturbed sleep. Get your own room. Small blood reef tree, okay. Does that mean we can plant those now? Trees, there you go. Big evergreen. Grow time 18 days. So they were most fertile here, less growth there. Huh. "16 aggressive animals incoming." In the middle of the night. This is a bit awkward. "16 of them attacking at 2 AM. Seriously? Did I just get timed out? You got timed out more than once? This species seems aggressive. A dead specimen must be procured, observed, and studied. Now that's not something we've done. We've killed them and harvested them. We've not actually observed them. I'm not waking everybody up until they start pushing. There they go. Right then. Happiness 22%. She's going to be even more happy now. You and you get drafted. Go and stand here. You and you get drafted. Go stand here. I just woke everybody up and you... Really? You're actually serious? Stand down. That's annoying. Oh. They're just attacking the wildlife instead. They'll come for the gap. Radical. We leave the gates open. If we close the gate, they'll just basically randomly start attacking walls. If you leave a path inwards, then they'll come for this. Oh, I think they're coming. I don't know if they're coming to us. Kind of looks like they are. Yeah, I think they're making an attack finally. Right, let's try again then. Basically trying to get them shot while they're trapped. I think that one's... Is that one still dazed or something? This one though with like stars over its head. Okay. Did sustain an injury thus on somebody. Nova. So she'll go back to her bed and somebody will look after her, I think. That lot can get butchered. That one can get observed. And then all the traps should get reset. Nova's healing self. Wait. They can get injured as well. Why do the two medics always get injured? Researched electric grids. Look at this guy. Just come in for a snack. Hey, don't you touch that one. I'm observing that one, scumbag. Oh, it's eating one. It's having a snack. I like how it walked past all these and then ate that one. That specific one. I was at risk of meltdown, apparently. Apparently she's tired. Right, so under power, we now have power pole, power switch, and power generator. However, to unlock that, we need to unlock power cell assembly. Assemble power cells on a soldering bench. Blimey. Scavenge electronics from spaceship debris. You've now got access to electricity producers and consumers, opening a lot of possibilities for your base. You can learn the ropes in the electric tutorial. We've done that. Choose and research your producers depending on your situation. Diesel generators require 20 liquid fuel every 2 days. Power cell generators require 1 power cell. Flipping out, that's like putting batteries in your toys when you were a kid. Solar panels work during the day, wind turbines output depending on the current wind strength. I mean, I think, you know, the usual solar-wind combo is quite a nice start until you get batteries. Depends if you can generate liquid fuel. Use power poles to connect producers and consumers. Nearby connections will be visualized on the yellow wires. Yeah. Research and build batteries to store excess electricity when the production gets lower than demand. Okay. But yeah, we've got to research a whole load of stuff. Overgrown scarabaei. The main problem is these insects tend to swarm and work together in large groups, so they should not be underestimated. Right, we need to research some stuff. We can research a diesel generator. A diesel generator. Insect fat. Does that produce fuel? Or just fat? Synthetic armor sounds good. We do need some armor. Refrigerators are down here. I mean, that's gonna change the game for us in terms of food. But you got to keep the power going. So to produce solar panels, you need to do electronics. To produce electronics would take 2 days, and then 6 hours for solar panels. That's a lot of research. At least we need the leg armor. We're always getting pieces taken out of us. Antibiotics is extremely useful. The trouble with antibiotics is we can't do it until we find grain. We've got to find that grain. What I'm wondering about the diesel gen, though, is how you make the fuel. It's not clear to me how you make the fuel. Flare shielding. Solar flares increase the power consumption of devices that have built CPUs by 50%. You what? I don't know if it is oil extraction. I don't know. It could come from some other biofuel. I can't imagine it's oil and refineries and stuff. I would imagine it's a lot simpler than that. Like, if you think about Satisfactory, the generators run on biomass. Or are we going down the oil route? Well, where is oil extraction? Oh, God. We need grain again. We got to find grain. I literally don't know where it is. It's only 6 hours for extraction. We need to go find grain. Wherever it is on the map, we need it now. In the meantime, because I don't know if there's much point researching that yet. Winemaking. Not really sure what that's going to do apart from happiness, maybe. Flamethrowers. But I'm guessing you need the same thing you need for generators. Incendiary traps, I don't know. Probably the same. Yeah, I think construction is good. Construction basics. I think we have to. We have to go down that road. I'm not clear what that's going to give us. I thought we already had that anyway. Yeah, hay sausages are amazing. Look, it says we transform hay into an edible meal. We use up whatever vegetables we are to spice it up. So they take hay, then they take veg, and then they make it into a hay sausage. I don't know if we're meant to eat that or the animals, but it sounds amazing.